Okay, so I cut those videos so it's easier for you guys to digest and navigate later. They can get very long because I go very much raw. I mean, I want to make mistakes instead of showing you one specific way because I want you to understand how to scramble out of the difficult situations rather and give you some mindset rather than having like 100% working software. And by the way, like in in AI, there is no such a thing like 100%. Um, because think about it, like it's a big data, and there are ways to deal with inconsistency. You know, when you get like 90%, it's pretty good. I mean, because what can really happen in the situation? Having no card when I write cardio is bad. I need to deal with the situation, right? I mean, or I can tell the user to change it, right? But on the other hand, having a too many items, that's not so bad, right? I mean, it depends. It depends. There are two things in your evals that you can do. Evals are sort of like tests, but they are not really tests because the tests are very binary. It's like you either pass or fail. With evals, you have metrics. So metrics is like the percentage from 0 to 100%. You never say true or false. You just say true in 90% of cases. And you look at this way, like you don't aim to one, I mean, you do aim for 100%. It's just that you don't expect 100%. This is because it's generative. It's not deterministic system. I mean, if you are a front end or if you're an engineer used to coding, you have to change your mindset about it. I mean, the non-deterministic systems can become more deterministic, but generally think about it like generating a context that can give the power, that can give powerful features with little effort, right? Really, because yeah, remember I'm not really like there's a lot of things I can do here. Okay, long story short, what can I do now? So my so one thing is the cardio, that's my problem, and the other one is I don't handle other things like beginner and what did I put there and the price. Maybe let's skip the price for now. But in case of the difficulty, we also have a set fixed amount of things we can do. We can do beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and nothing more. Let's see how it generalizes this. So one way to go is instead of saying obviously if I say beginner, it's gonna be piece of cake, right? That's what I would expect. Let's see, you can get surprised. Yeah. So I have the beginner. Cool. But how about if I generalize this? I am just starting. Yeah, yeah. I am doing this for decades. So obviously, no one would write a query like this, but it could be a part of the query. It depends how you prompt a human to provide you with the information. But you see, intermediate is not what I would like to find here. But let me see. Oh, okay. So it did not, uh, it did not bind my difficulty level. And also using the word difficulty is like I like doing most difficult workouts or classes. Let's see if this generalizes. Yeah, it generalized to advanced. So that's pretty good. But you see the power, right? I mean, I just write something and then let the user do it, and I didn't have to ask my backend to do anything for me. So that's pretty powerful. So obviously, I could be going and mapping every single word, and I'm going to do a little bit more than that because I know that, for example, a title is important, but what I also would like is to let me think. What else is good? I might like the instructor. That's pretty good, pretty important if I mention him. But also it's a set of things. I'm looking for something, yeah, like the date. Date is pretty good. I really like the dates because it's really hard to do it programmatically. So because you have to do all the pipes or whatnot to figure it out how many days ago, what day is today, and so on. So let me put the dates as well. So let's just day of the week. That's pretty cool. It's a set of things, but I want to show you how it generalizes. Obviously, there's like amount of days. I mean, yeah, let me see. The specific date is like, you can imagine that those classes repeat every week, so it's not so important. Ah, okay, that's fine. Days of the week. Maybe maybe I just explained it. Yeah, time of the day. Okay, and then let's say I say I like to work out mornings. And this is a bit of a problem now when I think about it without asking the guys on the back end, because it's good if they would provide us with like ranges instead of, yeah, you see, the model generalizes to something weird, days of the week. That's not how we want it. Let's see. Mm. But what if I choose a specific date on Tuesdays? Okay, so this generalized pretty good. And here it would not be so bad. It's just that it decided to choose all days of the week. Our backend is not ready for it, but you see, through trial and error, I would probably do something like this. And like I would talk to these guys. It's not so difficult to even implement that, but it's good to see all the use cases to request those tickets from them, right? As long as they don't have to do all the heavy lifting on the infrastructure side. Yeah, so this time of the day, maybe not the best idea, but the day of the week is a pretty good use case. So I'm trying to find like the time, I mean the value that would not be neither the range nor predefined. Hmm, it's a bit difficult. Well, we could see Boolean things like only the ones that are available, but that's also Boolean is like true or false. Instructor. Hmm. You see, I don't. Let's try instructor, but let's try it in different way. Let's not predefine the instructors because then that could be a problematic. Let's say you have a you have like five instructors or 10 instructors, and whenever, but people come and go, right? I mean, you're not gonna change a prompt every single time a new instructor comes in. I mean, technically that's how you actually should do it in a proper rack system, but we want to like prototype it, right? So let's try it out. I want to get to the point when the system like overloads because it's easy to do those prototypes I just showed you, but now I want to get to the like higher complexity and show you that the model will not make it, right? Which is a normal way of dealing with those kind of things. All right, here, and then I will say name of the instructor. Okay, let's see. What kind of instructors do we have? There was some Alex, right? There's David, there's Emma, Sarah. You see, the main problem right now is that I don't think we're going, like if I say I love classes with, and then I can actually name the actual instructor exactly, which is the easy thing. Sarah Chan is good. But we have to work out yeah, for sure. Yeah, there is a Sarah. Okay. So this was relatively simple, but what if I don't know her surname? What if I say Sarah? I think our backend does not allow this, does not allow partial. Yeah, exactly. So in this situation, I would say, hey guys, like when the data, actually, it can be done pretty simple because I can say um, map. Yeah, let's try it with a very little effort. So here you see, you will have to read it, figure it out, and do all the stuff. Or I can just go ahead, create a new agent and say, uh, so again, first I want to load it, backend engineer with the Nest.js framework. Sorry, I had to read it. Uh, it's API SRC app. All right, so it's gonna load those files into the memory. And then let's see, because quite a few things I don't like here is this title and description, and this is the only case where we say assume the word is included, and I really think we should do it for every string type. In this function, we return results for title and description that contain a partial string. I want this to happen for any string type property. Obviously, it's not search. I mean, normally in keyword search, you would use specific algorithms that will check how often a specific word appears in an entire corpora and in entire like longer descriptions and so on. It's not meant to replace a proper way of searching through the data, but it's gonna give us quick results. Yeah, okay. Because he was in the ask, this happens all the time, so I would say now you're in the agent mode, please do the changes. All right, that's right. I mean, it's a normalized class. Maybe the word class is a bit confusing, but that should do the work. And I will just repeat that. Okay, something is not working. Oh, yeah, it's because I have to shut it down. Yeah, I have this backend sort of problem. Yeah, and we get this RS stuff. So obviously that might not work exactly at this time, but we saw it was working before. So you see now the Sarah is here. You can go pretty crazy about it. I mean, I want to keep it relatively simple for today's session because it's very long. Thank you for staying so long with me. But generally, obviously, you could create rules around each type and then explain a lot more. You could say, uh, obviously, in this situation, we don't use tooling. So yeah, it's a little bit shame. But generally, you could either use tooling to improve it even further, or you could use more like provide more context, right? So one thing right now is that I don't provide a lot of context here for him. I mean, the model knows about this part of JSON, doesn't know all the JSON. Normally here I would provide the context, and I would also provide a data that is all like I would, the ideal situation would be when we come in, actually, I can show it to you. That's gonna be pretty interesting to see in the next video.